And it reminds me, I like telling this story, it's a golden oldie, but the story of the suicidal spider, it's one of the stories in my latest book, The Suicidal Spider. Because once there was this spider, it was only just born. And after it was grew up, was taught by its mum, it left its mum to find its own house. And it built this beautiful, beautiful web in the corner of a room in somebody's house. And it put so much care, into its web. Just like whenever you may get your first house or first apartment, you're so proud of it, you paint it, look after it, get furnish it, and you bring people round, to sort of, the housewarming party. And this spider, he hadn't even had his housewarming party yet, hadn't invited his friends yet. He just built this beautiful web in the corner of a house. Took him a lot of effort, a lot of time, and he was just sitting in the middle to rest and wait for lunch, because the spider comes by, a fly comes into the web by itself, and that's its lunch. He was waiting for lunch, relaxing, and what happened? Some idiot saw that and smashed it to bits. Have you ever done that? You see a cobweb in your house and you destroy it? What do you do that for? That's a spider's home. And this poor spider had to run for her life. It only just managed to escape the broom and just went next door. And of course, did another little web in the corner. This time, not as beautiful as the first one because it was a bit tired. But still, it built the web, sat in the middle of it, waiting for lunch and have a bit of a rest. And what happened again? You guessed it. Someone saw it again, smashed it to bits again. Have you ever built your own house? Imagine you just move in and someone smashes it to bits. How would you feel? That sucks. But nevertheless, the spider did it again. 3 houses, 4, 5, 6 houses, and after 6 or 7 houses, all destroyed in the same way, that poor spider gave up. He gave up. What's the point? What's the point of building a nice web in the corner of somebody's house when if they just made it, someone smashes it to bits, and you almost lose your life? And he started getting very upset. No one likes spiders. And we don't do any harm. We don't eat your food like mice do or cockroaches. We just take what you don't want. The spiders, the flies and the mosquitoes, that's all we eat. We're actually helping you. And you go destroying us. What do you do that for? No one loves spiders. And he started getting really dejected. And he was so hungry and so lonely. Had no home at all. And he started getting depressed. Unfortunately, spiders don't have a hotline like, what's it called, Blue or something. And so, sorry, Beyond Blue. No, they didn't have so they didn't know what to do except stagger down the path. And when you start thinking too much like spiders do, worse than you guys. He was thinking and thinking, he was getting so depressed, it got worse and worse. And he became suicidal. He became a suicidal spider. Why wait? I might as well kill myself now. So he was walking on the footpath and he really tried to get under people's shoes. On purpose. But every time he got in that gap, between the soles and the heels, the open area, even he tried, he got squashed. And then he decided to cross the road and get squashed under the wheels of a car. But he always went in the space between the wheels, never actually under the wheels. Because it's true, when you get really depressed, you can't do anything right, not even suicide. It's true. So he even gave up trying to commit suicide. He couldn't do anything right. And so there he was just crawling down the street like a drunken person, not knowing where he was, crying, sobbing, really, really depressed. And then he sort of sensed that someone was looking at him. And he turned around and he saw the fattest, happiest spider you could ever see. Really fat, with a big smile on his face. Just the spider equivalent to Ajahn Brahm. And the big fat Johnny Spider said, what's happened to you? Why are you so sad? And then the suicidal spider told a really sad saga of his short life. 7 webs built, 7 webs destroyed, came so close to losing his life. No one loved him. He was so hungry and so alone and so sad. And when the jolly happy spider heard that, he said, that's terrible. Look, why don't you come and stay with me instead? I've got plenty of food and I'm very safe. At which the suicidal spider said, hang on a minute. How come you're so fat and so happy? Didn't anyone destroy your web when you made it? So, no, said the fat happy spider. I've only made 1 web in my life and it's still there. That's why I'm so happy, and it catches lots and lots of insects. And it's in such a safe place, no one ever disturbs me. You can come, there's plenty for both of us. And the suicidal spider said, look, where in the city of Perth can you build a web where no one disturbs you? He said, oh, it's in the donation box of the Buddhist Society of Western Australia. No one ever disturbs you in there.